Hey Aries, welcome to my channel Intuitive Tarot Empath. This is your general reading for the month of April 2017. The initial energies of 2017 have been pretty awesome. We're in a new cycle and yeah, everything's been pretty positive and forward moving, and so I hope that you've been able to reap the benefits of this positive energy that's been going around. Even though Venus has been retrograde for a little bit and is currently retrograde, and so some stuff might have been going on that might have seemed a little strange, but you know, such is the case with retrogrades. Anyway, this is a general reading, so in the case that this reading doesn't resonate with you, or in the case that it does, take a look at your sun, moon, and or rising sign videos, because maybe those will resonate with you more than this. If this doesn't resonate with you at all, how many times can I say resonate in a sentence? But also, looking at your sun, moon, and or rising sign videos will also give you a clearer picture of what's going on in your current situation right now. Current situation right now are the same thing. All right. So Aries, with that said, why don't we get started? I'm going to shuffle the cards. I'm going to cut the deck into 3, and then I'm going to pull cards. If you do not want to watch me shuffle the cards, you can go right on ahead and fast forward to the part where we get to the reading, but I'm going to take a moment and give the cards a shuffle and meditate on the energies that are surrounding Aries for the month of April 2017. So what are the energies that surround Aries? April 2017, concerning home, work, love, travel, money, health. What are the energies surrounding Aries in 2017 April? Energies surrounding Aries. Aries. Energies surrounding Aries, April 2017. Alright, so I think that we have a few more shuffles in there. Alright, so one more shuffle, and I think we will be good. Alright, so Aries, let's see, we'll go with the middle and see what comes up. Oh, Aries, oh no. Alright, so we start off with the 9 of Swords, but we are crossed by the Ace of Wands. Underneath, we have the Moon in reverse. On top, we have the Empress in reverse. We have the 5 of Pentacles, the Emperor in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands in reverse, the 7 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords in reverse. All right, and on the bottom, we have the Lovers card. So Aries. Aries. Some of my favorite people in the world are Aries. Very interesting sign. You're all fire, all about getting stuff done, very responsible people, very interesting people. Love a good Aries. All right, so these are your cards. I hope that you can see them. Let's get into it. Sorry, I'm just pontificating on my love of Aries people. All right, so on the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers in reverse. So because you have the Lovers in reverse and you also have the 2 of Swords in reverse in the outcome position, here you have the 2 of Swords, I want to say that perhaps you had to make a decision about something, because the 2 of Swords in reverse is about making a choice. And sometimes, even though the Lovers comes up as obviously, you know what it is, it's the Lovers card, so it's about somebody that you you know, have a soulmate connection with. I want to say that the energy here, all right, I'm putting it all together. Perhaps you have come into some this is the card that's underneath the Lover's card in reverse. It's the Queen of Swords. And so perhaps it is that you found out some information about the person in your life that might have put you in a position where you have to make a decision about them. This is seeming to be pretty consistent across the board with the exception of a couple of signs. Kind of the sentiments for April. April seems to be a lot about relationships and about reevaluating our relationships with the people in our life. Those people, especially the people who we have soulmate connections with. What's the purpose of that person in my life? Do I want to keep them around? Why do I feel so intensely about them? Is this somebody who is worth keeping around? Are these emotions worth feeling so, consistently for somebody? So I think that you have a decision to make. And the reason why I say that is because what you have in the present position is the Nine of Swords. So you can see that this is a person who's staying up at night, suffers from anxiety, might have nightmares or suffer from nightmares. Somebody who really is not in a peaceful state of mind right now. And I have a feeling that perhaps you found out some information that, maybe led you to feel this way. The reason why I say that also is because in the reading we have the Seven of Swords. So you have here somebody who is almost sneaking away. So it's like somebody who's taking what they want and leaving behind what they don't. And so it's about, somebody seeming to get away with something, somebody who's sneaking around and thinking that they're going to get one over on you. So perhaps you found out that somebody very important to you was lying to you about something or was going behind your back concerning something. I don't see here anything about another person being in the picture. There doesn't seem to be a lot to say. Like, it could be about anything that you would find out about somebody having lied to you that you felt was a betrayal of your trust. But you also feel like in finding out this information that's been keeping you up, that's been causing you to feel some sort of anxiety, it's offered you a new opportunity in things that you're passionate about. And so here you have this new beginning and you have this new opening. And wands are all about our passions. They can be about the way we make our money, how we, pentacles are also about how we make our money, but, wands are mostly about the passionate things that we do to kind of cultivate our creativity and that sort of thing. So like, perhaps you're finding yourself realizing that within the pain and anxiety that you're feeling, you are being offered new opportunities. And so that in and of itself is very exciting. We have a few cards on the table here that are kind of about trickery, which is why I'm coming to this place of, I don't think that there's, like I keep saying, I don't think that there's another person in the picture. That's not the case. I think it's that this person who is important to you, whether it's a soulmate, a friendship, because it's the Lovers, I want to say it's more of a partnership, like a relationship, a love relationship. In the past, we have the Moon in reverse. And so the moon can be one about intuition and two about trickery. So it's like sometimes, something in moonlight doesn't look the same in sunlight. And so you kind of, maybe it was that you saw things in this relationship the way you wanted to see them and not how they actually were. And this is almost like perhaps someone was pulling the wool over your eyes, or perhaps it was that you yourself didn't want to see things for how they really were because you were happy to kind of just allow things to be. Like, you can do what you want, but let's be in the understanding that if you're going to do this, then I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to see it. I don't want it to be in my face. So perhaps it's that somebody kept things from you, and the moon is in reverse because you ultimately found out about what those things were. In the recent past, we have the Five of Pentacles. And so this is a feeling of being left out in the cold. As you see here, you have the two people who are walking in front of the church. They don't really see the lit up pentacles in the background. They're kind of hobbling through the snow. And hence this feeling of, like I said, being left out in the cold. So perhaps it's that this person who you cared so much about and who you trusted kept things from you and betrayed you in some way that made you feel as though you were, I can't say it enough, left out in the cold, that you were kind of left behind. And so it was this feeling of like, how could you do this to me? I'm all alone. But what you need to realize is that you are far from alone. So here, in the advice position, we have the Empress. So even though she's in reverse, I still feel like she is, the Empress card customarily is the card of pregnancy. But in your case, it could be the card of gestating new ideas, new philosophies on life, and, gestating a creative venture, nurturing it and that sort of thing. But a pregnant woman is, this is going to sound so strange, and I'm sorry for saying it this way. This is the best way that I could think to say it. She's full. She's full of life, in more ways than one. And so remember that you are not alone and that you're not left out in the cold, that you are surrounded by people who love you and who want to nurture and take care of you. Because the Empress is the card of pregnancy, but she's also a mother card. So if there's a woman in your life who wants to take care of you, or if there's somebody in your life, doesn't even have to be a woman, somebody who wants to take care of you and nurture you through a difficult time, take them up on their offer. It's all love. Don't let that be, don't let that stop you. That's the wrong way of saying it. Don't let your sadness over a perceived loss or, a perceived betrayal stop you from being loved and nurtured by somebody who wants to care for you. Because you are surrounded by people, and remember that, because those are the feelings. Those feelings of love are going to get you through the hard times, and they're going to get you to this beautiful place of new beginnings, which is so exciting. Be open to it. Anxiety is temporary. So in the future position, we have the Emperor in reverse. So the Emperor is, I believe, the card of Aries, because you have here the two rams next to the Emperor on either side of him. So the Emperor card is very interesting. Perhaps, I'm trying to put this all together. So the Emperor represents you, and sorry, like I said, just trying to put this all together. Maybe you feeling like after you found out about this betrayal, whatever the betrayal is, like I said, if it is another person, it's possible, because that's a pretty common betrayal. But if it's something else that you perceive, it could be someone withholding information about something. Maybe this is you trying to rein it in. Like, you allowed this to get so out of control because you weren't paying attention to it, because you didn't want to, or you kind of allowed this person to pull the wool over your eyes. And here you are saying, enough is enough. I am in control of this. I let you get away with too much. I'm done. You're done being in control of this. Now I'm the one who's, going to take care of the situation. So I think that that's you kind of coming back to yourself. But in a way that might seem a little rigid or a little excessive. But sometimes that's what happens when you've been betrayed. Obviously, you're hurt and you don't want to feel this way. So what's how am I going to fix this? Well, I'm going to be the most severe version of myself that I can be, to kind of rein the sadness all in. let's see, we also have in the U position, we have the Queen of Wands. So once again, the Queen of Wands is about um, somebody who knows her stuff. And I want to say that, especially because it's coupled up with the Moon card, I feel like you intuitively knew that something was going on, but maybe you didn't pay attention to your intuition. And so you allowed things to happen that maybe you wouldn't have allowed if you had been, you know, how can I say it? When you love someone in a soulmate connection kind of way, it almost seems out of this world. The love that you feel for that person, it's like nothing you've ever felt before. And sometimes, in order to keep that love alive, we do things that we normally wouldn't do if it was just us on our own. Like that feeling almost makes you do things that are out of character or makes you behave out of character. And I think perhaps what happened was you felt that feeling so intensely that it caused you to act a little bit out of character. And instead of being in control of things, you kind of let things happen around you, even though you knew that that's not what you should be doing. Intuitively, you knew that things were unraveling or that something was happening behind your back, but you didn't stop it from happening. I think that that's such a beautiful quality of Aries, though. Aries, the thing that I love about Aries is that once they decide that they're going to do something, they make the decision and they go full steam ahead. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and in the position where he's seated, you can see him charging into the future. I mean, even the two people in the Five of Pentacles card are walking into the future. And so there are no cards in this spread where Aries is looking to the past. Aries is either looking straight on ahead or Aries is looking to the future, which is absolutely beautiful because I feel like that's so commonplace of an Aries person that it's like, I've made up my mind, I've decided I'm going to do this, I'm going full steam ahead, and I'm doing it with as much confidence as I can muster in my body. And you can even see the man on the horse, the knight, is total, he's confidence. He's running off into the future, and he's not looking behind him. He's made a decision, he's sticking with it. And I think that Aries are beautiful in the fact that they know how to put things together. They're exceptional caretakers. They're really good at, if a situation is seemingly dire, and Aries is the person who will help you put it back together. So like if you're moving and you don't have enough money to get your things in order, the Aries, or like you're just totally stressed out about the situation, an Aries will come in and they will call the moving company, and they will schedule the moving company to come and move you out of your apartment. They're the kind of people who, if you say, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well, they will come home from work early and drive you to the doctor's office. Like, Aries are not playing. They will, take care of you. So I think that, for an Aries to not have all their bearings about them is really like scary, anxiety producing feeling, because it's like, what the hell did I just do? This is not me. I have my hands in every pot. How did I let this go? In whatever capacity that means to you. Because I really feel like there was somebody in your life, might have even been an air sign, who felt like they were able to get away with something. This could even be you once you realized what it was that this person was doing that was betraying you. This could be you walking away, kind of sneaking away. Or, I just have the feeling that somebody got away with something that they shouldn't have. And I think that perhaps your fear is that they took more than you think they did. Like, there's still going to be more to figure out, or more to find out. Like, more things are going to come to the surface. And I think that you're at a point where you're like, I'm done. I'm so done. I'm so over it. I don't want to know any more things. I'm anxious. I'm mad at myself. Like, I'm good. I'm already in a place where, this is not the best situation. In the outcome position, we have the Two of Swords, and it's in reverse. And to me, the Two of Swords in reverse reads as having made the decision that you need to make. So you'll notice that you'll notice the little moon in the corner of the Two of Swords card. And you'll also notice we have the Moon card in reverse. We also have the Queen of Wands, who has the little black cat. So I think that you have so many cards in this reading of intuition. Your intuition is almost screaming at you, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself that you know what's going on. Trust yourself that you're making the right decision, whatever that decision is. Because I feel like in this instance, your decision is either, to stay or to go. And I think that you intuitively know what you should be doing. So listen to your gut and follow it. Let's do a clarification card. I would like to see what's going on with that Two of Swords, actually. So I'm going to shuffle the Lenormand deck real quick. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the Two of Swords in reverse. I think that this reading is all about making decisions, about a person who has betrayed you, who has kept secrets from you, and that Five of Pentacles is about being left out, like being left out of the conversation. This is something that you should have known about and you didn't. And so it's like, hey, how could you do that? Like, we're partners. We're in this together. How could you have left me out of this? And perhaps it's something that you're able to get over, and that's perfectly fine, but let's see. So, Two of Swords in reverse. So I'm going to do 2 more shuffles, and there's like almost a coldness that comes off of this reading. All right, so we have, okay. All right, Aries. So we have the Mountain, we have the Stars, and we have the Ship. So I think this is very interesting. So you have a very, very difficult choice to make. So the Mountain is always about struggles and challenges. And so I think that the decision that you've had to make concerning this relationship was not an easy one. I was about to say that it's never easy to decide what you're going to do when it comes to a relationship. Whether you're going to stay or you're going to go, especially after you found out news that was unsettling. But I think that it could also be that this person created such a mountain of trouble for the two of you that it almost feels impossible to climb. And I think that you're still feeling the effects of that struggle. We also have the Star card. I think that maybe sometimes part of the question that you had that kept you up at night was, why did I allow myself to fall so deeply in with this person? And the answer is because you were supposed to, because this person was supposed to be in your life. You'll notice that there's a little cat sitting there, just like the cat in the Queen of Wands card. So intuitively, you know all these things. Intuitively, you know that. I think that this is also about intuition, that like you are with this person for a reason, that you're supposed to learn some lessons. And I think that you're in the process of learning them right now, even though it's difficult. And I think that you're currently, whatever path you choose is going to put you on a journey. Either a journey of self-discovery, maybe you'll even do some traveling. Maybe that's part of the decision. Perhaps it's you deciding whether or not to travel away from this person. I think that that's kind of what this is saying, that you guys, the two of you have had some struggles. You have this feeling like it's kind of a meant to be situation, but now you're deciding whether or not you want to travel away from them and figure things out for yourself. And there's no harm in that. It's just difficult, especially when you love somebody. Soulmate connections are really difficult to walk away from, because there's this feeling of like, I'm supposed to be with you. And like, even though we're going through struggles, if we're soulmates, then we're supposed to be together. So why am I going to give up on this? So Aries, it's for you to decide if you want to continue this or if you want to let it go. Let's see. So I'm going to shuffle the Guardian Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. The art on these cards is very interesting, to say the least. However, I really like the advice on these cards. I think it's super positive, and I think that, when you're going through a difficult time, these are really good cards for words of encouragement. So I'm going to shuffle a few more times, and then I'm going to split the deck, and I'll pick a card from one of the piles. If a card should jump out of the deck while I am shuffling them, I will continue to shuffle. I'll use that card and I'll tell you what's on it, because I think that it was meant for you to hear, but I will also continue shuffling until it feels right. And in that case, you'll get 2 pieces of advice. So I'm currently shuffling kind of off screen. You can see my fingers a little bit in the screen. Aries, if this is what's going on with you, that you're trying to decide whether to stay with somebody who you feel a soulmate connection with, I'm really sorry. That's a really hard place to be. But know that your time together was worth whatever heartache you are currently experiencing. And whatever journey the two of you are about to embark on, it may be a difficult one, but, it's always worth it, right? Love is always worth it. These cards are like ridiculous. If you've watched any of my other videos, I think I've said that in every single one of them. All right, so we're going to do one more. All right, so Aries, what is the advice? Let's pick from here. All right. Aww. We have the 10 of emotion. I don't know that you can see that very well. There appears to be a glare on this. So let me read what's at the bottom of this. Life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Great happiness and emotional fulfillment are now on the horizon. Harmony with those you love is assured. By offering forgiveness, understanding, and kindness to others, you're rewarded with unconditional love. All right, so let's read the message in the book. So 10 of emotions. This card, and this is 10 of emotions is the equivalent of the 10 of cups in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. So this card indicates a time of great happiness and emotional fulfillment in your life. You may be experiencing this contentment now, or it may be on the horizon. It comes with a sense of family harmony among the people you share your life with. Relationships with children become balanced, peaceful, and a source of pride and happiness. You may not have it all, but you most definitely have one another, and that makes what you do not have seem less important. Those who draw this card will benefit from the understanding that relationships require effort, forgiveness, kindness, and love on the part of all parties. Everyone must work together, but the rewards are priceless. Additional meanings of this card: very fulfilling, long-lasting relationships, feeling safe and protected, bountiful blessings, groups of people who look out for one another, unconditional love. So you know what? I think that the reason why it's been so difficult for you to walk away from this is because you know that this is your happily ever after. So, if you decide to stay with this person, all the best of luck to you. I think that, like it said, relationships are work, but they're always worth the happily ever after that you're working toward, but they're always worth the work that you put into them if you love each other. And I think that whatever happened, whatever struggles you experienced, I think that you can get past them. And so if that's what you decide to do, good luck to you. in whatever you decide. But yeah, so that appears to be, I don't know, I think that that's a beautiful way to end the reading, especially with the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, or the Ten of Emotions, is one of my favorite cards. It's the Happily Ever After card. So even though the rest of the reading might have been a little bit on the sad side, talking about betrayal and about somebody who might have done you wrong and then you deciding whether or not you should walk away from that relationship, I think that you have a good happily ever after in your future. So whatever anxieties you're currently feeling, you're not going to feel them for much longer. Aries, that is a wonderful way to rent. Whoa, let's try that in a language that's not all ours. I think that that's a wonderful way to end the reading. I really do hope that you get your happily ever after, and I hope that everything works out for the best. And you know what? I don't hope that it will. I know that it will. So you're in a really good trajectory. Things are about to get so much better. And yeah, that's it. So if you enjoyed this reading, feel free to email me at intuitivetarotempath@gmail.com. And I'd love to hear comments and all the like from all of you to be able to communicate with you. So yeah, I hope that you have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you in May. Bye.